Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Matter. Tonight we have some of our fan faves, and then, of course, my co host, the famous homie. Make sure that you subscribe, share, and comment. I got my first idiot comment today again. Of course, I answered it. No, I didn't delete it. Anyway, I hope you're all having an amazing night. I hope you have a drink, something to smoke. Tonight's topics are going to be a little bit light, but the first one to start out, which is why we all drinking and smoking already, not so light. So I'll have everybody introduce themselves really quickly, and then we will talk about the table topic for tonight.
Y'all already heard her. It's the co-host, the famous homie. Y'all know who I am. We back again. I'm high as fucking ready to talk that shit. What's good, y'all? Like, subscribe, follow, share, all that.
Rose?
Oh, well, hello, everyone. I'm Roshonda, a.k.a. Rose. How you guys doing tonight? I'm not high, but I have a little bit of drink.
Hi everyone, I'm Jojo Habanero, your cigar bartender. Yeah, I'm here to talk that shit too. So go ahead, follow, like, share, subscribe.
I love it. So,
I got my
for
drinks too. I got my drinks too. So
you
yeah,
got your
let's
drink?
go.
Okay. I did Moscato for tonight. I just grabbed something really cold because I needed something cold. So I'm doing Moscato.
Y'all. I'm already.
Bullshit, the bottle is empty.
I'm about to say, what's in there is empty.
I was
I was
saying,
like,
I'm
when
already
we start
done.
to get clear?
Right.
I'm done.
Right.
I'm already done.
I'm not even mad. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, these last couple of days, I've been like, if it's one thing that life is giving right now, it's hot topics. That's number one.
Yeah, it
And if
really
it's one
is.
thing that is given is life. Like most of them are really good. So you kind of pick in between which amazing thing to talk about. However, the one for tonight is the purpose to it. So I know I said we would take it light tonight. However, there was a topic discussed on Talk to Rose yesterday, and we had a little bit of the details, but not all of them. And because the details are so important, I invited her back tonight. Well, she's invited anytime. Y'all know this is like pulling up to my house. If I could, people could come in whenever they're ready. Hey, Hilda. But we found out some details today, and child, I done called her crying, and I couldn't function. So she came back to talk about it. I can't talk, so I had to call. I had to call a lifeline, child. So, Rose, you go ahead and take it away, and then we'll give our input.
Okay, so
Oh,
last night
wait, want me to play the video first?
yeah, you can play the video.
Okay, I just thought about that. That way, everybody will know what's going on.
Right, okay.
Okay.
A family is suing a local hospital, and before we get into the story, I want to warn you, it is disturbing. This family says a doctor decapitated their baby during birth. Channel 2's Michael Doudna live in Clayton County, where he spoke with the family's attorney. Michael.
Yeah, guys, the allegations truly are disturbing. They're all laid out here in this lawsuit that was filed this morning, detailing multiple missteps and then an alleged allegations of efforts to try to mislead, lie, and deceive as an effort to cover up what happened here. And again, we want to warn you, these allegations are disturbing. It was supposed to be a day of joy. July 9th, Jessica Ross went into labor, hoping to welcome her first child.
Their dreams and hopes turned into a nightmare that was covered up by 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒆.
A lawsuit filed Wednesday morning alleges the baby got stuck during labor. And despite signs of distress, Dr. Tracy St. Julian continued to try and pull the baby out.
The clear and obvious answer is to perform a C-section. This is what's done all the time. And that was not done in this case, and it should have been.
Susan Witt is a medical malpractice attorney who examined the case for us, which claims that when the doctors finally did perform a C-section hours later, they found the baby decapitated.
I have never heard of a situation where the result has been a decapitation.
Instead of telling the couple, the lawsuit says doctors tried to cover up what happened, telling them that they didn't have a right to a free autopsy, encouraging cremation, and even concealing what happened when they asked to see the body.
When they wrapped this baby up tightly, they propped the baby's head up on top of the blanket to make it appear as though the head was actually attached when it wasn't.
That is an attempt to defraud and deceive the family.
The family says it wasn't until a funeral home raised the red flag that the parents would learn the truth. 4 days
after she first went into labor.
I think this is one of the most outrageous situations that I've ever seen in my 25 years of practicing law.
Now, in a statement, Southern Regional Medical Center says that Dr. St. Julian is not an employee at their hospital, but they have taken appropriate steps since the incident. Now, they did not clarify what those appropriate steps are. We can also confirm that Clayton County Police are investigating this incident. But for now, we're live in Clayton County in Riverdale. Michael Downer, Channel 2 Action News.
Hey Siri, where are you? Hey Siri.
That's wild, ain't it? So last night when I talked about it, we didn't know all those details. Now we know the details about the doctors concealing it, and if the mortuary would have never said nothing to the family, they would have never known. So now, last night we had a lot of questions like, oh, how was this able to happen? How could this have been prevented or anything? Now my whole mind has changed. I feel like that doctor needs to go to jail. At first I was like, oh, they just need to take her license away, you know. But now after seeing and hearing all this, I feel like literally she needs to go to jail. And everybody that was in there, the nurses, the anesthesia, everybody that was in there need to lose their license. Now they probably don't need to go to jail, but they need to lose their license, because at the end of the day, y'all all knew what happened and nobody didn't say nothing. How y'all to bring a baby in there and wrap the baby up real good to where y'all can still hide everything? It's just like, I don't know. And at first I really thought it was a white doctor. And when I found out that it was I really did, because a lot of times when women when Black women have babies, a lot of Black women die because doctors don't believe like we in pain, or we saying something is going on. They don't believe us because they feel like we just extra. So
Right.
Me hearing something like that, I just automatically, I could have bet $1 million that was a white doctor. So me to find out that that was a Black female doctor, I was really, really shocked.
I was.
And I feel
Sarah?
like they should sue them. They should sue the mess out of that. Everybody. It's just like, I've never heard nothing like that either. And I'm still in my mind wondering, like, you know, if you lose a child, you still want to see the baby's whole body. Like, how did they deter her from not opening up the blankets and stuff? Or would that just be me? Would y'all still want to see y'all whole baby's body, or no?
She probably broke down. She probably broke down and somebody hugged her, and you know how people manipulate and, oh, let me just take I don't think you should have to go through this, like that type of thing. That's probably what happened, instead of,
Because I still want to
letting her.
know, how did they prop the baby's head up on something and the baby head didn't fall off? I know they wrapped the baby. It's just so many thoughts in my mind, but I feel like that's real messed up. Like, is
that murder?
to me it is, yeah, because you were literally pulling the baby's head. And remember, they said that the baby was kept crowning, but the baby's shoulders was too big. So
And
she's
the feet or
steady,
something?
yeah. No, it was just
No. It was another one, Ro, that said that some of the limbs wasn't like they should have been either. So what was she doing?
But they
Like,
said that she was literally pulling the mess out. So if the baby's head is if the baby's head came off and they said the baby's skull was crushed.
Wait, what?
Y'all wasn't listening?
I can hear or see the oh
gosh, Ron.
so we got to give you a recap.
Okay, so we got to give you a recap. Did you see it, Jojo?
I didn't see the crush and everything else. No, I didn't.
Oh no, because
But
I'm
I've
just
seen
telling
the
you that
video.
part.
But I've
Yeah, I'm
seen the
just telling
video.
you.
I saw the video. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically a girl went in July 9th to have her baby. She was delivering the baby. The doctor came in to deliver the baby. The baby was coming out, but the part I seen was that the shoulders was too wide to come out. So most of the times, if the shoulders are too wide and if they can't get the baby out, they'll perform a C-section. With this baby, the doctor just kept pulling and pulling on the baby's head and neck. So the doctors was pulling so hard that she decapitated the
But if
everything.
the shoulders is too wide, why would you pull in the head? Because the head isn't the problem. The shoulders
No,
is the
it's the
problem.
shoulders. They should have knew right there that she needed an emergency C-section. Right then
Okay,
and
so
there.
the update says she was asking, the mom and dad was asking for a C-section or whatever, and 3 hours went by. It was 3 hours that they was
They
waiting.
waited until the baby went into distress.
Mm-hmm.
They waited until the baby went in distress. But my thing is, like I said, how hard were you pulling for that baby's head to be detached, the baby's skull to be crushed, the eyeballs is put, like, how hard was you pulling and pushing? And you know the baby's skull and everything when they newborns is soft.
Right. So is that why it was so easy? Because the
Distress
skull.
means.
Yeah, that's why it was easy, because because when the babies are newborn, everything is soft. So just think, you pulling on the baby's neck and head to come out. If you was able to do that and you crushed the skull, the eye sockets and all that, you was doing too much. Then you go in to do the C-section, and then only half of the baby's body come out, and the head is still in the birth canal.
Because she only did the C-section to get finished.
To get it out. Yeah, she already knew. She already knew that the baby.
The other one said she
Exactly.
already knew.
She already knew.
So, fellas, if this were you, and you were in there with your girl, and your son was being born,
Well, first, I would like to say, I never had the proper amount of respect for what women go through having to bear kids. I'm never able to put that into words. I've had to take an auntie into labor once, and I've never been in a delivery room before. Hopefully it happens for me. People look forward to these things, and I can imagine that morning walking into. It's really tough. Okay,
especially a son.
That's
Your first son. Your first son.
That's really tough. I also thought it was a white doctor. You hear these stories; it's usually not uncommon.
Right.
So that's definitely not a good look. The fact that it's someone from the community. I believe everyone should go to jail. Everyone in the room should go to jail. Perhaps not serve the same
amount of
sentence.
time.
The
Right.
doctor is the highest when you think about it in the military. In terms of grade, whoever is at the top usually is the one who has to take the blunt of it. They were in charge, so they know what should have been done.
Unless they would have said something. If they would have said something, see, I would have had to tell. I would have had to tell.
And that's my point.
Yeah, somebody could have said something.
I don't know enough about the medical field to know. I also don't know in the military, but I've seen enough to know you can.
It is the top gets more, and then
function. You could relieve someone of their function if you know that they're doing something that they're
and she needs to. I think she needs to get the most time too. But I feel like I don't know.
Ron, what do you think? What would you do if that was? I want to start from the lie part because I need to calm down. First, Hilda said, I'm confused how they thought they were going to hide the death. So they did hide it. So that leads me to the next part. So let's talk about that part, because those are kind of the questions we had last night when Ro presented it. Like, how the hell did you make it out of there without this happening? So let's remember, y'all, we have skin. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't detached all the way, right? Let's be logical. So to prop it up is because of skin and other things. But how would you feel if a coroner called you and told you this? Because they found out 4 days later that baby made it out the hospital. They made it back home. They are in mourning, deciding what they're going to do. And then a coroner, no nurse snuck and called, not drop a bird, not nothing. The fucking coroner called you. Like,
That's why they should all
how
go
would
to
you
jail.
feel?
That's why they should all go to jail. So, I mean,
I'm coming and shooting that whole hospital up.
I think,
Mama, we don't know if she was drunk. It's not saying nothing about her at this point.
I think first of all, I'm still trying to I gotta
put it together, right?
Yeah, that shit's nasty. When you said the detached head and all that shit, I seriously
even hurt limbs from trying to pull
it. Yep.
Okay. I got to get past that part because I ain't ever gonna get my point out if I don't. I think how would I feel? It's kind of hard to say because right now I'll be judging from the perspective of already knowing who my children are, 17, 15, 16 years old, having this relationship. So of course I'm gonna fucking lose it. In that moment though, I know I would be sad. But being on the other side of things, I believe in prison abolition, so I have to stay true to myself and can't go and say this person needs to go to jail if I believe in prison abolition. So
okay.
I do think there should be punishment. I do think everyone in that nursing room needs to lose their license, their degree. Everything needs to go null and void. No one needs to work in doctor, nursing, or medical field, period.
Ever.
I think that could
With
be a portion
kids,
of punishment.
nothing.
Yes, because it was pretty much an ego thing for me. Like
I think so too.
We have those type of people in every subject that just think they're just this great, godlike great to where
I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do.
Keep doing what I want to do.
I think so too.
It's going to work. So for her bruised ego, I think taking her degree away, making that shit null and void, and don't let her work in a medical field ever again is enough punishment right there. Your 12 years of school go down the drain. Your $300,000, $500,000 salary go down the drain, and you got to start from scratch. I think that's enough punishment from there. But I would be very hurt and very sad. And then you try to cover the death up. Those are some sick people. Like, I know people do desperate shit. Like just putting yourself in that position where you did some shit. You would think most people would have integrity, but a lot of people act off fear. Them motherfuckers were scared because they fucked up, and they like, okay, we gotta try to hide this shit. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go this or that. And the motherfuckers couldn't be human beings and own up to their bullshit. So this story is just sickening. Just thinking and talking about it. I think I would definitely be fucking livid, but I think a harsh punishment. Everybody in that room don't ever need to do any type of medical work ever again in their life.
Ever.
So let me tell my opinion. So after me and Ro got off the phone today and I was done crying my soul out, then right after a show came on about the person that accused Emmett Till of and that she died a couple of months ago. And immediately when her picture flashed, this is my moment of honesty, I thought, fuck that bitch. I don't care if she died. She got to live. And she's old as fuck. So I don't give a fuck. You kill somebody a baby. So then I have to take a step back and say, if I said that when I saw her face, how can I not feel the same for this woman? So I just know as somebody that I watched all my babies come into the world, all of them. I'm with Hilda. You need the death penalty because what I can't promise is that with me on this earth and you on this earth, I want you gone. So you need to be gone so that I don't be gone, because I would be on my way. Like when they called me to tell me, the coroner better hope that he called the hospital too so she could get arrested, because I'll be on my way to. She wouldn't make it out of it.
The whole hospital, that floor. Shit.
No, I want her. I'm going for her. Everybody don't deserve that. I'm going for her. But then I'm gonna take all the rest of them bitches and I'm dog walking them because I got questions. I don't need her to answer the questions. I need y'all to answer the questions. Y'all sit there and y'all let it happen, and not one person in the room you could have. It's like 4 nurses that be in there when you start to give birth or whatever. Not one person.
Yeah,
I don't understand
everybody
that.
fucked up.
No, I'm just saying what I would do. I know that I would.
Yeah.
You can't even yell at my nieces and nephews. So I know that I would. You
Just
let me get pregnant and something happened to my baby.
She was being too, that lady, the doctor was being too impatient. You see, they said too that because the lady was in she was in labor for so long, so the doctor was getting impatient. Now that goes back to y'all should have just did the C-section. Just think, I was in labor
but she was asking for a roll for 3 hours.
I don't know why they just didn't. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Because I deliver babies all the time. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And then on the reverse, most of the time they be trying to persuade the mom to have a C-section.
They do because they get more money. And because they get more money. Yeah.
Right.
It didn't make it don't make no sense. Just I think about when I had my son, I was in labor for like 14 hours pushing.
Mom
to where
said
I
she
literally
too. My mom was in labor for 3 days. Can you?
Hell no! And I thought I did for 14. 3 days.
Mom was in labor for 3 days, and I still happened to be a C-section. How do you get to tell the mom you tired? You not the one that's been here in the bed. You've been out and about, sleep, doing what you need to do. How are you tired?
It's the doctors, like they said, it's the doctors with their ego. It just really is. So if she lose, I don't think that she should get killed. I'm against the death penalty a lot. For the most part, I'm against the death penalty. It just depends what it is. Like pedophiles, I think they should die. But like her, I don't feel like she should die. I feel like she needs to go to jail for the rest of her life and everybody else. But I don't think that she should be killed because she needs to. Killing her is the easy way out. She needs to think about that and feel that for the rest of her life. Like killing her is the easy way out. No.
Well, y'all, let's pivot to the easy way out. I shouldn't have went to college and I should have been on a pole somewhere as an exotic dancer. I'll be reevaluating my life. And I'm just thinking, I should be an exotic dancer. It's never too late. So, Ro, you are more than welcome to stay for the duration of the conversation, but I know you've had a long day with the Mir's first day of school.
I really have had a long day.
Do as you So do as you please. And you could stay or you could stay until you're ready.
I'll listen. I'm going to log off, but I'm going to listen to y'all.
Okay.
Okay, bye, you guys.
Bye.
So now let's talk about the exotic dancers. So did y'all happen to see the one I actually posted in the post for this live tonight?
Yeah.
She was bad, huh? She in Atlanta. So let me tell y'all how she got started. So y'all know me. I'm gonna go find somebody nobody else got. That's what I like to do. So I'm looking all over and I was like, oh, she's pretty. But then when that bitch hit that pole and started going around in the air, I've been looking for that move for like 4 or 5 years. There's somebody else did that was plus size and I couldn't find it. Not only does she do them, but she does classes. She's in Atlanta. The way that she started 6 years ago was that she was 30 and getting a separation. And she realized at that point, like what this channel was about, she didn't really know herself. So she was trying to find herself and become a woman because, you know, you get married young or have kids young, you go into mom mode, wife mode. You don't really learn yourself or whatever. So she went to a class and really liked it and then found out she was limber. First of all, how you leave a marriage and find out you're limber? I'm not saying your husband is bad, but I'm saying your husband is bad. Yeah. So now she gives classes and she can do all of this stuff. So I was looking at plane tickets to Atlanta. So how do you guys feel about exotic dancers, which is different than a stripper, by the way? Do you know the difference?
Yeah, I do. Of course I know the difference. Of course I know the difference.
Just because you are whatnot, everybody's smart. They think it's the same thing.
A stripper, someone else throwing ones. An exotic dancer, I'm the only one throwing the ones. I'm the only one throwing the ones.
I'm done. So for people that don't know, a stripper is typically, like walking around a bar topless, doing things like that. Exotic dancers, they are trained professionals. They do tricks, acrobatics, all of these things. They have nicer costumes. It's a performance. It's an actual show when they come out. So that's the difference. It can be with or without clothes, like a mixture of burlesque and twerking or jazz or whatever they mix it with, but it's a lot more moves.
I
Mom
love
said good
some
night. Mom, stay
burlesque.
around for the butt naked host. No? Okay.
I love me some burlesque, that's for sure.
You do?
Oh,
So do
yeah,
they have these type of things in Africa or just only out here you've experienced it?
No, I've never been. I don't think so, no.
Okay. So what about here? Tell me about your first man of the night experience when you was out there cutting up. We want to hear.
My first time going to the strip club, I was 20 years old. I can't believe I'm saying this story on camera.
Not 21? Oh, you bad, huh?
I was 21. Oh my God. I don't know. Well, if the feds listen, oh well. So I came here, I got a fake ID, got in, it's just what it was.
Hey, we ain't judging.
And so, you're a young man and you see these things. Okay. About the video and the girl and everything. I think it's very encouraging and empowering for people who do things that typically some people would not expect them to be doing. And I always say this. I say, for those of us who are of a certain size, as long as your wellness journey is about health, mental, physical, spiritual, I have no problem, whatever it is you're doing. But I gotta live on my journey to being my better self. I still gotta be able to live a little. And it seems like this environment was usually safeguarded by a particular group of people. So it's nice to see a little bit of variety, a little bit of difference. I just don't want it to be an encouragement to stay where you are. Again, as long as it's about health, and she obviously seems very happy and she obviously seems very accomplished in the things that she's doing. And I think it's encouraging to be able to see people to be able to feel liberated and embrace something that otherwise, they would never be able to do. All of us who are doing any kind of business, we've had to overcome some type of fear of whatever it is, whether we're going to make it, not make it, whether we're just not good enough for it, whether we didn't feel that we belonged. So it's always good to be able to get it. I was encouraged. Oh my God, she thinks so. I got my ones.
Oh my gosh. So Ron, what was your first thoughts? Or have you, you've been. What was your first thoughts the first time you went to a plus size one? Yeah, a plus size one.
You know what? Honestly, when I was 18, right? Maybe 18, me and my boy, he could be watching, but me and my boy, we try to go to one, and one of us was $5 short, so we didn't end up getting in. And then another time we try to go, and we got pulled over by the police. So after that, it was I never tried to go again to a strip club at all until my first time was when I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And it wasn't really that enjoyable, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was in Vegas, and you know, they was on some bullshit. They was really aggressive, trying to get you to pay $250 to go to the back room and all this other shit. And I'm like, look, I ain't come here for all that. Like,
So that stuff really do happen.
oh yeah, she sat right on my
yeah.
lap. You know, took her little bra off. It was like $250 for 15 minutes in the back. I said, you got me
15 minutes?
Yes, I said you have me fucked up. Go to that nigga over there. Okay, you got me.
Get the next guy. Yep.
Yes, like I'm not that guy. All right, so she quickly got on her naked ass up and got up off and away from me and shit. So it was just like I was bored. I was just drinking, and then once I got to the plus size one, that was more turned because it was like a show. It wasn't just somebody trying to get in my face to get some dollars. It was an actual show and an art behind it. I think either one, I don't really have a problem with either one as far as, you know, it existing. It's a form of entertainment. It's important for entertainment. Is important for life. It's important, and everyone enjoys. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment is essential. So why do you think we pay so much for it? Everyone has their different levels of entertainment. Now, what I want, you know, my daughters or any of my nieces or any my relatives doing it, no, but that's their choice. I'm saying, you know, I wouldn't prefer that, but somebody has to do it. So the ones that do partake in it, I don't have any judgment against them because it's a form of entertainment. Like my man JoJo said, it's very entertaining. You know, burlesque, all that stuff is entertaining. You know, pole, all that stuff. So it's like, yes, I don't have no beef or issues with it at all.
So I'm thinking I want to do. They have a burlesque show in LA or Orange County or whatever. I think for my next birthday, I want to book that club for my birthday to go. But I'm gonna need to make sure they got some flavor. And I'm they gonna need some flavor. I do need to make sure that. But I think I want to do that for my birthday next year. In January.
In Long Beach. I'm giving them a free shout out. Harvell's Long Beach. Yeah, they got it going on. Harvell Long Beach, yeah.
Oh, so is that a plus size club? Like what kind of place is that?
They have different shows, so you just gotta catch the show that you like. Different shows. They do have certain shows that cater to different kinds of people. So you just have to catch the show, whatever show you like.
You just think. I had to look this all out. It's something. I thought the same thing. I like been computing it in my head, like, okay, if I do an 8-hour shift, no breaks, and take something like a Red Bull, then I could make okay. And then if I do it for 365 days, I don't need no days off. I'm just saying that is a very lucrative thing to do. But do you wonder how, like, I wonder if plus size ones are as bad as the regular ones with wanting to ask to go to the back, or men even expecting that you will. The reason why I say this is because in the last 3 shows that we've been to, because we know the person giving the event, like I participate because when I show up to support people, I show up to support people. But I've had men and women grab me by my arm and be like, oh, when do you go on? When do I go on where? Like, right. I don't get offended because I'm dressed in the theme. So I really don't get offended. But the point is, did you just touch me? I wonder how aggressive people are towards plus size women versus the other ones in this space. Because I was grabbed the hardest by a girl. But it could be drinks.
Well, I was gonna say, I've been in the business of the nightlife on the private security side. And anytime you mix women, alcohol, inhibition, things like that, certain things are bound to happen. And that's
what is the last word you said?
Inhibition. Inhibition.
Is that cocaine?
No, it's people who succumb to their wildest, okay, acting all kinds of ways, and their impulse per se. So you mix, impulse, a little bit of alcohol. People like to call it truth juice, things of that nature.
Liquid
So
courage.
that too. And so you mix that, women, entitlement, people think, okay, because you're there, you took your clothes off, I can do this, I can do that. So you wish that wasn't there, but it's part of it's the unfortunate thing that comes with it. And like I said, I was in that line of work for a long time, and that's why us security guards, tend to be in these spaces and environments. We have to be, there to make sure people are not taken advantage of. It's unfortunate that it's like that, but anytime you're in a place at night, liquor, women, so on and so forth, some of these things are going to happen. It's unfortunate, but
So I have a question. Would either of you be comfortable, like, if your wife wanted to do this on the side for one day a month, she just wanted to do it because it's something that she likes, would you be still proud of her?
Yeah, I would.
Ron, you want to go?
Yeah, I would. Honestly, I probably would have had a different answer 10 years ago, 5 years ago, come to a certain point in my life. Hitting the 40-year-old age the other day, you know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
All
40-40 club.
Yeah, 40-40 club, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to keep nobody from doing something that make them happy if it's not really gonna hurt me. And it's not really gonna hurt me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. Like, as long as you ain't touching on nobody or doing this or doing that, man, do what you gotta do.
So that was gonna be my next question. You prefer that she's more along the lines of the ones that have the nicer outfits, but move around and dance and maybe don't take off her top and stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
to respect the relationship.
Yeah, as far as like not doing anything sexual with anybody, you don't do any
sexual back room stuff like that.
No back room, no, lap dance where he's sneaking and doing his thing or using his fingers. None of that going on like that. Like, just none of that. Fuck no. But yeah, none of that. But dancing and burlesquing and making some money doing it. If that's what you enjoy, that's your art. Then once a month. Okay, whatever.
What about you, JoJo?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, in the same line, I think most men would feel the same way. Yeah, if she's doing it in the capacity, well, whatever rocks their boat. I guess so.
I like it.
It's whatever rocks their boat. Yeah, in the capacity that she's teaching a class like an instructor would do at the gym, I'm fine with that.
Thank you, Ro.
In the capacity that she's, exercising, like I said, like at the gym, I don't mind that. Online class, I don't mind that. Even burlesque, I don't mind that at all if it's work and so on and so forth. Stripping, no, but everything short of that, I'm fine.
Thank y'all.
So like burlesque dancer, exotic dancer that keeps their clothes on, just not stripper.
Yeah, you keep your clothes on. I mean, you have to look sexy. It comes with the act or whatever the case may be. Especially if you're doing it as an instructor, you have students. You're trying to not only teach them the dance moves, and I'm sure there's a energy and a mindset that comes with it to be able to be free, embrace yourself, and feel more feminine and sexy and all that good stuff. Hey, I'm here for it, all of it,
bro.
I'm here for all of it.
It's like this. So it's like I know someone that she owns pole dancing gyms, not gyms but studios.
Oh, that's right. You sure do.
Yeah, one out in Rancho and one out in Carson, and her and her husband have been rocking since.
I've been to that one.
Yes, those are my folks. Those are my people. So
I love it.
Her and her husband, they got like the greatest. I mean, from the outside looking in, they got the greatest marriage, man. Like, he supports her and what she does. She's able to get up on it. She don't be on the pole anymore. But when they started the business, she was the one on the pole teaching classes, posting stuff on social media with her in her lingerie or burlesque outfits or whatever. Like, she teaches her classes. She promotes. She does the new sipping paints for guys and hosts it with naked dudes in there. And
I need that.
And this dude, yeah, she does that. I'm gonna send you her page, but she has the new sipping face and all
Oh
that shit.
snap!
I wouldn't
Yeah,
go
but
that far. No, I
her
wouldn't do that far.
husband right there, like they got the greatest, like you could tell it ain't no like insecure shit, and he lets her be her, and she shouts him out, she loves him, you could tell they love each other, like, and I think that's how it works, man. He lets her be her, and she go get the bag, and he go get the bag, and they just got the great relationship, great marriage. Both of their kids got their own businesses, and you know they young and got their own. One of them got a photography studio. So it just goes to see like that's a strong family built right there. When you let a woman be her and don't try to restrict her because you have some type of insecurities, you're probably gonna get the best results. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a year of maturity and growth to realize that.
I agree. From a woman's perspective, if my husband didn't want me to do something like that, I wouldn't. I would compromise. Only because there's certain things, but that's low on. I personally can't see how that would be something that's really important to you. But I mean, you never know. It's not for me to lose my marriage or make my husband uncomfortable. And it's always nice to sit down and talk about why. Like, I'm grown. You can't just tell me no the same way I wouldn't just tell you no. Or we could talk about how it would make the other person feel comfortable. But it's not one of those things that I would like push or even have an attitude about if the answer was no. Maybe it is that it would be private classes or something that I fulfill personally. So it's other ways to do it, but it is liberating. I will tell you that. And then I'm super shy. So most of the classes that I've done have been one-on-one or for my birthday with only people that I know, things like that, because I'm like that. So I can understand why a man wouldn't want their girl to do things like that. If your girl did, could you go with her and be there with her every time? What if she needed you there every time? Could you be able to handle seeing your wife or your girl up there and not react to people just all over her?
I could. I definitely could, for sure.
For me, in the capacity that, like I said, if she's doing the burlesque, I've seen, like I said, anything performance based where she, keeps her clothes on and so on and so forth. All I'm saying is, save some for me. I don't need them knowing what your areola looks like and what your nipple piercing looks like, and is it a cross or is it a straight ring? And save some mystery for me. I don't want anybody seeing that, and so on and so forth. But anything short of that, I'm fine with. Like I said, just save some for me. And if you keep that in mind, like I said, I don't think I would mind at all if it's something that she's doing part-time, or like I said, if it's like going to the gym. For me, it's my cigars. For her, it's that. And we find a way to compromise, if it's something she enjoys.
What about if your homeboy started to tell you how beautiful your wife was or your girl?
Yeah, she's beautiful. Go ahead and look. Yeah, that's my girl. Go ahead and look.
You better be, nigga.
I don't want to be with nobody that nobody want to,
Facts.
I don't want to be with anyone that no one else want to select. No.
That's fact.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But my only thing is, like I said, if you're not provoking it, if you're not inviting it, if you're not instigating it, I mean, if you look good, you look good. I can't hide that. But, if I'm not going to be there, save some for me. But if I'm going to be there, as long as it's tasteful and respectful, and, that's how I would want it.
Could you tell your parents that that's what your wife or your girl does on the side? Would you promote her?
Oh,
I would promote her to my parents. No, only because they would not understand. I don't want to have to answer all the questions. Now, when I say that, it's not to say that I wouldn't want to answer questions to anyone. I'm not afraid or ashamed of my partner if what they decide. It's just that there are some people who are just going to walk around with that judgment eye. And if I'm hanging out with the family for Thanksgiving, I want it to be about Thanksgiving, not about what they saw my wife wearing. So for that reason, I wouldn't want my partner to be the star of the show, and it's not the environment or it's not the proper timing for it. And I know the environment, some of the environments that I move in, unfortunately, it's just past their time. They just would not understand. They just wouldn't. So some things are kept. Yeah. Would I want to be public with it and shout it out to everyone? Yes. There are some people who I'm just not going to volunteer that information. Now, if they happen to stumble upon it, they find it, they ask me, okay. If they choose that they're willing to draw a hard line because of that, well, all right. I'm sorry, I'm choosing my partner because she's the one that I go to bed with at night. So I liked it when she was doing it, and I didn't want to tell you, but now that you know, if it's really a bother and you don't want me to be around you because of the choices that I make in my relationship, I mean, I'm gonna love you from a distance, but that's just what it's gonna have to be.
I love that. Okay. Very interesting. So, would you ever, if your partner wanted you to go with her to a exotic dancer experience or whatever for her birthday or whatever, she's giving her birthday party there, would you go? Would you be comfortable going?
I'll go if I was invited. I'm going.
Wait. You mean women or men?
I'm going.
She wants to see men.
So wait, I gotta go with her to see a man.
I gotta go with her.
You don't gotta do anything. That's the question. Would you do? Would you feel comfortable doing it?
Again, we gotta set the terms. Is she stripping or is she?
No, she's going to watch a man. She's having her birthday party. She got a table at Thunder Down Under. Let's pick Thunder Down Under. She got a table there. Are you gonna go celebrate your girl's birthday with her?
Is that a Magic Mike kind of scenario? Is that a Magic Mike?
So.
Magic
Yeah.
Mike kind of scenario?
Is this question rhetorical?
I think so. I don't go to strip clubs. She going to the right track.
I mean, okay. I am secured enough in myself that I am okay to be with my girl in an environment like that. I'm secured in myself enough that I would. Now, what will go down that I'm willing to accept, just don't try me. Do not try me, just don't try me. That's all. Just do not try me. That's all. And if you know you are, then I'd rather you don't go, or if you're gonna go with some friends, if you want me to trust you, just don't do what you wouldn't want me doing in a similar or reverse scenario. I would go. I would stay in the back, go ahead with your friends. I'm gonna be in the back or so on and so forth. But I just don't want anybody coming back and, hey man, did you see your wife? She'll put that thing in her mouth. Nah, we're not.
Oh my.
Yeah, we're not having that. We're just not going to do that. Then that will be the last time you're going. That's it. That'll be your last time. We're not going no more.
She your punishment. She banned from the right track.
You been there for life.
I get it. Okay. My Atlantic. What is it?
Definitely. Okay. I definitely am secure enough to do it. But I personally wouldn't want to go with her. I really prefer not to watch dudes walking around Johnson's out in thongs and shit. There's nowhere else to look. I just know myself. I would not be comfortable because I wouldn't have any. I would have to be looking at my phone the whole time. So I don't want to dumb her fun down or fuck her fun up. I would rather her go by herself and work with her homegirls and enjoy that shit without me there. If you want to go by yourself, I'm not tripping her with your girls. I don't care about none of that. Go have a good time. Go enjoy yourself. I don't need to be everywhere you at. I can enjoy your birthday doing something else with you. That's just me. I prefer not to be in an environment like that.
It was understood. When I say I will go, it's not because I'm trying to watch either. I'm not
Right.
trying
It's
to
No, no,
not
no.
say that.
about
I
That's
said
wanting
what I
to
none
go.
meant.
of
It's
That's
that.
not
about
what I
being
meant.
there for your
That wasn't
partner.
what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to say
Right.
none of that.
Nah,
That
that's
was
not
the
what
If
I
I'm
meant.
out there
question.
watching, I'll be on my phone too, bro.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
saying, like, nah, I wouldn't see if I'm on my phone. I'm out of touch, and I know how women are. Why are you on your phone? And
Why you on your phone?
or
I
you ain't
get it.
paying
I
attention
get it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to dumb her fun down, so I would prefer her to
I
do
get
that
it.
type of thing by herself. Like, I could catch up with you, and we could do something after or before, but you can have that moment with your homegirls.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not watching. Yeah, that's
So
how.
much of a double standard.
That's
Hmm.
how. That's
That's
how.
cold. That's cold.
Well, not with me because I don't go to strip clubs, so I
Oh,
wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't enjoy that type of entertainment. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so not me. It's not a double standard with me. She can go. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
You
so
gotta go.
it,
You gotta go, man. King of
it's her
Diamonds,
birthday. That's
Miami.
why
You
I said
gotta
birthday,
go.
because you have to do things you don't want to do. It's not that you want to go. Like, I don't prefer male strip clubs either. And the only reason I prefer women ones is because I like dancing and I like entertainment, but I don't like strip clubs. I like exotic dancers. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Very different things.
Yeah,
I don't
it
like
is.
them.
It
Um,
is, and I think that's where I draw the line. If she's doing one versus the other, I kind of draw the line. A stripper is a stripper. She's out there. She's trying to make money. You know, guys are kind of try to touch or do more. Like I said, alcohol is mixed and all that other stuff. It's a different type of environment. You've been there enough. Exotic dancing. You're going to watch a performance like you go to the circus, anything like that. That's different.
right.
And yeah, I would do that for that. Like I said, as long as it's tasteful. That's why burlesque is my level. I
Okay.
wouldn't go past that.
Okay.
Burlesque is where I stop because obviously there's other areas that do more than that, but I would stop there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the
If she wanted to do it, that's where I would stop. And would I go to a strip club? Absolutely. Absolutely.
do you guys like that there are more plus size plus size adult entertainment things now? Where do you think that that's going to go?
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up because we're in an era where, you know, we had a lot of people that were in the closet big girl lovers. You know, they didn't want other people to know, or they tried to do stuff on the low and they didn't want to take them in public. You know, that was from our era. You know, people weren't always proud of. I remember Redman. Redman was like the only rapper that would promote big girls. I could
Right.
quote several Redman lines. He said, "I love a big girl with her body enormous. It's not about her size, it's about her performance." Like
Yep.
he says bars like that a lot back in the day. So he was really the only one that was promoting the big girls. So, you know, I think now in today's world with social media and with the power of influence, a lot of big girls that have became famous, they've pushed and they've, you know what I'm saying, they paved the way. They said, y'all gonna pay attention to us. And then so when it became cool to like them, now it's like, oh, everybody like big girls now. Like everybody do it. Niggas be open with it. So I think it's gonna get even worse. It's gonna blow up even more because more people are coming out and more people are open with it, and you know the community is growing. So I think it's going to get even better as time goes on.
For me, it's a
I
little bit
agree, by
different.
the way.
Yeah,
Of course I do.
yeah. For me, it's a little bit different. I come from a place where a lot of people, this is what most people look like. So to come to America, not being here for 20 years, to come to America and to have to see some women who look the way a lot of the women that I was around growing up and came here in the US, the way they carry themselves with this almost a little bit of shame. It's like, back home, that doesn't exist where I come from, because where I come from, everybody looks like that. They have beauty pageants for this. There's culture for this. There's dances for this. There's clothing for this. There's terms for this. There's this thing back home. A lot of people say you're a big girl. That means you know how to cook. That means your husband's never gonna go hungry. That means he gonna take care of you and all that extra loving for the cushion and all that extra stuff. To me, those are the things that I grew up on, and then I come here, and then it's like, no, it's because I'm a little big, and it's like there's almost, I'm not saying it is, but there's like almost a pressure to be 2-3 sizes down. It's like, well, like I said, where I come from is not,
Bro, I told you earlier, man.
it's
We
not
can hear
too
you, sir.
much.
Go ahead. Sorry, Jojo.
Yeah, it's not like too much of a big deal, or not as big of a deal, somewhat celebrated actually. And so when I came, perhaps where I came to California, I haven't been anywhere else. So I don't know how it is in the South. I'm sure the culture is different. I'm sure it's different in the Midwest. I'm sure it's different on the East Coast. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't lived there, but there's definitely a little bit of pressure here to be 2 sizes down. Again, as long as it's health based and whatever it is, motivation you have for yourself is based on health, I'm fine with that. If it's unhealthy, then I wouldn't prefer. It was very strange. It was very strange that someone would put so much pressure at 175, 180, 5'7", 5'8", at 180, what I would consider normal, they would think is too big. I'm like, you're a woman. That's normal. You're gonna carry weight extra places. It's normal. But they social media, they wake up and I gotta look perfect, and my stomach gotta be smashed, and then my stomach gotta be flat. How flat do you want your stomach to be? So flat that I can cut meat on it? No, I like mine with a little, some softness. I don't want abs. I don't want that. I got that. Well, I used to, not anymore. But I don't want abs on my woman. I want abs on me, but I don't want abs on you. No, I don't. But again, it's very different for me. So as long as people keep it about health, I'm fine with it.
Okay. So my next question is, if you were called, have you guys ever been called out in one of the shows, like been called out to be a part of the show and stuff like that? Do you get embarrassed in being in the spotlight? I'm asking this because men often want women to be in the spotlight and telling us about being comfortable and all these other things. But you hear about the things on our side, like you guys want us to dance for you, even in the bedroom. You want us to do all of these things, but y'all don't do the same things. So what's the problem? Or wait, do y'all? Maybe that's the question. Do y'all do those things?
Same things like what?
Like dance.
Don't make me put my robe on, baby.
Yeah, we see. Well, I've seen what your pajamas look like. That's why I'm asking. They look very performance ready. Just saying. Ran.
if the mood is right, if the mood is right, I might bust out a little genuine little.
No, I definitely would if it's I'm not just about to be doing that to everybody, the randoms, if it's somebody that I'm fucking with like that, and we, and we fucking with each other on that level, yeah, hell yeah, like, yes, absolutely, that's definitely something something that I would do, what I mean? Like, I think it'd be fun. I think it would definitely be fun in every type of way, so yeah, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very interesting. Okay, I thought you guys were both gonna say no.
I'm here for the fun, whatever it takes.
For the fun. Yes, it's grown man shit. Grown man shit. It's time to be on grown man shit. Ain't no more of that little boy shit. It's on some grown man shit.
No, I mean,
define grown man shit.
Again, times have changed. If your girl want a little bit of, if you got, don't take yourself so seriously that you're not able to do it for her if she asks. If she asks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't be mad.
And if you don't know how to do it because you think you're gonna look silly or stupid or whatever, maybe that's what she wants. You know, you guys have a little joke,
Exactly.
funny, everybody laughing.
Exactly.
Why not? You know, and
That's
it
what
makes
you
the
want.
relationship better. It's gonna grease the relationship up. It'll spice it up a little bit. You know, she does the dancing. You come in with your singles. I mean, and then you roll swap or whatever it is guys do these days. You know, it's your relationship. You make it however it work for you. If that means you got to put a clown hat on from time to time, do it.
We gotta keep the same energy. They always say,
Yeah.
what she won't do, another woman will. Okay, what he won't do, another nigga will. She'll go get Willie to do that shit for you. You're gonna be mad as a
Not
motherfucker.
Willie.
You know what I'm saying? Willie or Tyrone or somebody, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go, she gonna call Tyrone, like Erica said, you know what I'm saying, for other reasons, and she gonna have him doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this a woman's threat, like R. Kelly was talking about. Like, nigga, this is a warning. You better get your ass up. So like keep the same energy. Like we both gotta keep it fresh. Men on our side, we gotta do shit too. You know what I mean? It can't be all about us getting pleased, nigga. Like you gotta do shit to please her too. She gonna double please you. So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like my man JoJo said, hell yeah, man. It's we in those times, man. You got to get your ass up. If she wants, like he said, if she want to laugh at you because you can't move or you got 2 left feet or you ain't got no skills,
that's between the both of y'all. Yeah,
right. It's entertainment for her, and that's it's
you
brownie
know,
points for you, nigga. Like
if you don't take yourself so seriously, exactly.
That's what I think it is. People, it's way too much pressure on people. And that's what we find in our 20s and 30s. It's so much pressure on you. And when you step back, you're like, I don't even like this thing. Or wait, I do like this thing. Or damn it, I haven't even tried this thing. And I'm saying I hate it. I'm saying it because the masses are saying this is wrong and I hate it. But did I even try it? But there are some things that people just don't want to do. But I find it's too much that people have not tried, not done, not experienced because it's not typical or whatever. But you never even ask yourself, like being honest with yourself, do I like this? Do I want to try it? Because you're afraid of what other people would think. But we always talking about we not afraid of what other people would think. Like, I think it's crazy. You miss out on a lot of life. And with one thing I know for sure, I would say after 37 is life is already going to give you the bills, the responsibility, the all that part. In your relationship, that should run like a fine oil machine, right? Because if I've been doing what I'm supposed to do as a woman, you've been doing what you're supposed to do as a man. When we come together, now the load is lighter. So all we should really be focused on, if the shit been running right, is how do we want to have fun? How do we want to live our life? And what's the shit we've been wanting to try? And now that I'm comfortable with you and we found our person. Why are we not doing more of what you really want to do? I don't get that part. Like the foundational part's already there. That's how you've been surviving all this time. So it really should be all the soft stuff. You go to focusing on too much other shit, looking at other people too. I think we waste a lot of time that we don't have.
Yeah,
we
I think
definitely waste a lot of
people
time.
take themselves a little too seriously. If you're a guy for your woman, it's between the both of you. Now, if she's the type to go tell your stuff outside, then obviously that's different. But if it stays between the both of y'all, I mean, there are certain things I would not do though. I would not wear a thong. I would not do that. I would not do that. I would not do that.
Right.
I would not do that. And I know some stuff out there funny and it's silly and stuff. I don't mind being silly for my girl, but I would not wear a thong. But again, don't take yourself so seriously that you wouldn't try some stuff. You know, it's your girl. Life is already hard, like you said. Life is already hard. So just any chance you get, make it easy.
Right. And it doesn't take much to make it easy either. It really doesn't. It just takes the time and sometimes the courage. But I will tell you this, if people stop speed dating, relationshiping, meaning I'm in a relationship with this person, then this person, then this one, then yeah, your trust goes away because it's nothing intimate. It's nothing that you have with just that person because you're literally doing the same shit for each person and you're willing to push all of these limits for the same person. It has less value when you do that. That's just the reality. But you also trust less as well. And you don't realize that over time, you haven't had to trust in a while. You've done everything that's very comfortable for you. And so all of those untapped emotions, it's very uncomfortable. And then you can't function when it's time to be a grown ass man or a grown ass woman. It's too much for you. And you feel like, but I do all of these things, so that should be enough. But if this person wants half of what you got on that list and half of what they got on their list, you're not willing to do it. Just open up and have fun more, but make it a person of value. Make it a person of value. Because stop getting with people left and right and then being like, well, I did that for the last person and that wasn't even your girlfriend. So, like, how are you holding me accountable and I'm your whole wife and you compare me to what you did for your girlfriend or your baby mama who wasn't deserving? That's not fair. How dare you put us on the same level? And that was your fuck up, my nigga. Like, you shouldn't have did that. Same way we tell women, you chose the wrong man.
Right.
Intimacy is a privilege. It's not a right. It's a privilege because that requires trust. Everybody don't just walk into a room and they're completely comfortable doing certain things. Most people that walk in that room, even girls, I'm gonna tell you, they're lying. So if they come in that room and they like, oh, you just make me so comfortable or whatever like that, they've been doing that. If they do it with no problem, no questions, all of that, they've been doing that. That's not an adventure to them. It's just not. That's the reality. You could tell when if they don't have no questions, how you never did it, but you don't have no questions. You don't want to talk about it. You don't nothing. No, I'm with you guys. I think a lot of things is smoke and mirrors, but those smoke and mirrors could be fun if you use them when you're supposed to. Stop being so damn anxious to do everything that you shouldn't be doing. That way you can enjoy it and it can be fun with the person you're supposed. Like, you're supposed to add on things, not one thing over here, one thing over there, one thing over there. It's supposed to be like building. Kind of like you get comfortable doing the first thing the person is comfortable with. Then they see, oh, that person don't disrespect me for doing it. Or that person didn't go back and tell everybody, or whatever the situation is. And then you build on it and then it gets better. But that's why longevity is important. So they can enjoy it. Then you too can have a plus size exotic stripper. Just saying. That'll work. So let's see here. What's up?
No, I said,
Why
hey.
you gritting like that? You need to smoke more often. Jesus. So that is it for our topic tonight. I hope you saw the post. It's actually on Instagram with the dancer. I reached out to her to see if I can get an interview too, because I want to talk to her. I want to ask her like what made her brave enough to do it. And since I know a lot of girls out here would like to try it, I want to see if she'll do a virtual class. I know it's not the same, or you know what? We make enough money. Maybe we could plan a trip out there, the girls, to go and do a class with her. Because y'all need to click on that post. It's the actual post for this show. I included clips of the girl. You're a whole beast. If you like no formal training, just decided to start doing it at 30. So I'm telling you, you could do a whole lot of shit. Now, let me tell you something, niggas. No, I'm going to tell you something real quick. The reason why we can't learn to do certain things is because we can't stay with y'all long enough, okay? Before we unleash our better selves, y'all be gone because you done did something stupid. So stop doing stupid shit, and then we can actually build, you know, like a Build-A-Bear. That's my advice. Are you waving your hands at me?
That's just a load of crap.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the problem, man. Don't listen.
So
But
how
go
long
ahead
am
and
I
keep doing
supposed to
it
wait?
your way.
How long am I supposed to wait? 11 years for you to open up?
Oh, no, wait for things to happen. No. We're talking about the speed dating relationships these days.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, she talking about a certain type of nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
not you, not me.
Okay.
These niggas, the master of these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that is it for me tonight. Anything you guys want to say before we go?
shout out to the plus size community all across the board. And you know, plus size is subjective. You know, what do you consider plus size? A lot of people consider plus size different sizes. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even gonna call it that. Just shout out to people who got meat on their bones. You know what I'm saying? And ain't afraid to be proud of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. You know, shout out to being y'all and sticking, because no, it don't matter even if you like workout. It's hard. Some people have a build to where they work out hard as fuck in their body. Yes, it'll probably, you know, change a little bit, but the shape and the certain meat that you have ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to them, you know, to this community being themselves and
Thank
being
you.
confident. And we want to see y'all keep going up. So I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Follow, share, like, subscribe, and catch us again next Thursday. All right.
All right, I was gonna echo Ron's too. Same thing. I can appreciate people in the community just coming out and giving a different flavor. To me, as long as you make it about health, go ahead, do your thing, and yeah, subscribe, like, share, and I have an event coming up. Epic Event Center Sunday day party 5 p.m. 10 p.m. Come check out your boy. It's gonna unleash the 420 cigar. Yes, sir.
Word.
I'm
The
releasing
420 cigars?
my 420 cigars. Yes, sir.
Does that mean what I think it means?
Well, you want to come check it out? Go check it out. Sunday, 5 p.m. Come on, free for ladies in, free before 6. Come check me out. Epic Event Center. Sunday, August 13th. Yeah, come check me out.
I got a table.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that is it from us tonight. I hope you enjoyed your cocktail. It is Friday Eve. Y'all get ready to have some fun this weekend. I don't know if it's been raining where y'all live, but it's been raining over here. So hopefully it's been raining over there too. Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope it stays like this because it hasn't been super hot. So that is it from us tonight. Make sure you share. And that is actually it. So have a good night, everybody.
Good night.